And good morning from Kansas. Oh boy, 40 degrees. We're warming up after the deep freeze. So I'm Laura Donnelly, founder of the Healing Path Conversation Series and Dancing with Ease Body-Brain Balance. People hire me to teach them to move out of pain and into healing. And this little 17-day series that we're in the middle of is about easing through the holidays, not blasting through the holidays, not collapsing because of all of the pressure and energy of the holidays, but just surfing, easing, surfing. Kind of, some things are a big rise like a wave, and then you kind of come down in the bottom, and then you go back up, and then pretty soon you get on an even keel. And the even keel comes from inside you, how you respond to all the outside events that are part of the holiday season. And today I wanted to talk about reflection. We're in that in-between week between Christmas and New Year's. And a lot of people are really busy doing the year-end stuff. If you're in retail, you're trying to sell everything that you had as inventory. So that, well, not as inventory, but all the stuff you had in your store. So in January, when you have to do your inventory for tax time, you don't have so much stuff to count. A lot of my family have been in retail most of their lives. And so this week that when you're at school is a holiday week. For people in retail, hey, Sherry Sigmund, great to see you. When you're in retail, it's not a holiday week. And for a lot of other people, if you happen to be in finance, this can be a very busy time of the year. And that's all fine. The other thing that's good about this time of year is to know how to work with your own energy, how to balance it so that you have the fuel and rest that you need to do the things you need to do, whether it's cleaning up your house from a bunch of guests or whether it's cleaning up your books to get ready for tax time. So reflection helps me, what things did I do in 2022? How about this? That were good, that went the way I wanted, that were successful. So many times when we reflect back, we reflect on what didn't go so well. And then we carry that frustration, maybe guilt because something really, really fell apart. Sometimes that happens. And we're like, and we carry that energy into the new year. Or we think, let me be done with this, completely done. And never think about it again and go forward fresh. We talked about the body yesterday, how the body receives and records and keeps track of everything. It receives the temperature when you walk outdoors. What is the temperature? What senses? Is the sun shining? Your eyes see whether the sun is shining. Your skin feels the warmth of the sun. If the wind is out of the north where I live, even those two warming things can be negated by the cold breeze on my skin. But whatever it is you're observing, your body is the recorder and recognizer of these things from the physical environment. So things just happen. The way I live is that things just happen. And many things that happen, I don't have any control over. And what I have control over is how I respond to those things. And I've said this a few times, is that when I pause, just a secondary pause, and come back to myself, I'm able to rebalance, because what can happen to the body is it can be overloaded. It can be overloaded by foods and beverages. It can be overloaded by people and their energy. It can be overloaded, like when we go, like I try never to go to the store on the day after Christmas, because people who got stuff they didn't want, or they got two of one thing, they're returning it, and it's just not my scene. And that is how I take care of my body. It's one of the ways I restore is by choosing what days I'm going to go to the store and what times. So I have that flexibility and I can not go when everybody else is there. So, one of the first things that I would like to encourage you to do is to reflect without bias or without. Tomorrow is going to talk about criticism. So, criticism comes after judgment of right or wrong, good or bad. So, that's okay. But if you can take one step back and just look at the things that happened, look at your response, look at how you dealt with the year. What were the successes? What were the things you wish you could have done better? Is the time for those things past? Or could you renew that activity and do it better this year? Um, say you wanted to cut down on sugar and you were doing pretty great, and then Halloween came and it was a steep slide down into the sugar pit. That is easy to have happen. So every day we can start again. Every day I can say, I'm going to do a little less sugar today. Not no sugar. That's not successful for me. That black and white, yes, no, some, none, all or nothing. No, just one step. What's one step I can do today to reduce the amount of sugar I have in my diet as I rest, recover, realign, reflect on my year? And to reflect, one of the things I'm not really good at is acknowledging. I'm so busy and forward focused and doing and having plans and projects and things, and it makes me happy, so I do that. But I finish something and I just am still going, and I finish that one and I'm still going, and I finish that one and I'm still going, and I don't give myself any time to celebrate what I finished, what went well, what was successful. So I invite you to do a little reflection. It doesn't have to be a long thing, doesn't have to be a huge journal thing. It's just put in your mind, I'm going to check back on the year, what went really well, what I would like to improve next year, what I want to let go of and not have to do ever again, because that's part of reflecting. Been there, done that. That was a t-shirt when I was a kid. I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. So, so you can take a look at all of those things and choose. And so reflection is a gentle process. If you notice when you think about something that you start to get all wound up, just pause and give yourself permission to come back into your body and go again, start again. So I hope that gives you some fun things to think about. And I'm gonna reflect on my website today. Pretty excited about that with my friend April Hyatt. And so I'll see you tomorrow when we talk about criticism, and we'll see what that brings up. Take good care.